So today we're going to be talking about the movie we just saw, which happens to be Pirates of the Caribbean.
Deadmen Tell No Tales.
Deadmen Tell No Tales. I was like, what is it? I was going to say Dead Man's Chest, but I knew that was wrong.
I like how in the movie, Captain Salazar says, "Deadmen Tell No Tale," and then it just zooms out, and then it says, "Deadmen Tell No Tale."
That's how Pirates of the Caribbean logo. Yeah, so we were going to want to watch Baywatch as well, but then I was like, I want to go home. I don't want to watch Baywatch.
Sorry, man.
I was too hungry, to be honest. But anyways, Pirates of the Caribbean, initial thoughts, Mister? 1 through 10.
As a Pirates movie?
As a movie in general, then as a Pirates movie.
As a movie in general? Like
No, give it a rating as a movie, and then where would you rank it with all other pirate movies?
As a movie in general, like a 7.
Alright, and where would you rank it?
As a
1
Pirates
through
movie?
5
As a
of the Pirates movies.
1 through, 5 being the best?
No, because there's 5 movies.
There's 5 movies. Would you say?
Well,
Yeah.
Dead Man's
like the
Chest is
second?
obviously on the top because I like that one, but I think I'd have to put it second.
Second, wow, alright. Abraham? 1 out of 10 first? As a movie.
As a movie, I'd give this movie. I want to say.
Oscar worthy, man.
I want to give it an 8. I'm like reluctant to give it an 8, but then if I say
7.5.
if I say 7.5, I'm just like, I think I'm leaning more towards saying 8.
Well, let's say 8.
So then sure, I'll say 8
And
ish.
where would you rank
Yeah.
this in the Pirates movies? Given the fact that you've only seen like one other one.
After the movie, I saw like snippets of the other ones.
That's not fair, because then you only saw the best snippets.
Yeah. But nah. Okay. Since I've only seen like two of the other movies, I'll rank this one second as well.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, so I would give this a 6.5 as a movie in general.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, I'd give it as a 6. As a Pirates movie, I loved it.
Yeah.
Because it's everything I wanted from a Pirates movie. But as a movie fan, as a fan of film, this movie is a piece of shit. Obviously.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not going to be Oscar worthy.
Right,
They
but
know
I
that.
still enjoyed it. I still had fun with it. And so, like I said, I would probably put this third on my list.
What's first?
Curse of Black Pearl. I love Curse of Black Pearl.
The first one?
Yeah.
Really?
I like that one too. That was
Hector
that was my
Barbosa
first.
is like the best villain there is.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just like.
I would put number two, and then it would be this one, then At World's End, and then on Stranger Tides.
Tides is
I'd
obviously
burn
gonna
it
be
shit
last.
out.
God.
Wouldn't even be last. But to me, there's only 4 Pirates movies. But
Stranger Tides is one of the 4.
no. It's not. But anyways, I really enjoyed this one. I had fun.
Because it redeemed
But you see,
itself.
I also went in thinking this is not going to be a well-made movie.
No, I had hope.
There's like the script is going to be terrible. There's going to be plot holes everywhere. But that's fine with me. When I go in expecting that, I'm always happy with what I leave with.
I went in expecting just hoping it would entertain me, which it did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
good.
nothing
and
wrong
it
with
did
a
exactly
movie
that.
entertaining you.
And
Yeah.
I don't know, because I was like kind of like I was just hoping for the best, because I remember watching the last movie. I was like, I can't even I felt like I'd like oh,
Yeah, but On Stranger
Yeah.
Tides was garbage.
exactly, that's exactly what I meant. That movie was terrible, and it redeemed itself with this movie, big time.
Not saying much, because
Yeah.
this movie's still not that great, but
But it redeemed itself, Pirates wise.
Yeah.
There's a lot of scenes where I was like, man, that was actually very funny. There's the whole joke scene you were
Okay,
talking
because
about.
that scene.
Spoiler alert, by the way.
Spoiler alert. His uncle is it his uncle, right?
I think it's his
Jack
uncle.
Sparrow's uncle.
Uncle Jack. I still laugh at it. Like I'll think about it. Like today when I was at home, like I just started laughing because I remembered the scene. He sees them and he's like, "Oh, how's it going?" They're having a casual conversation, and Uncle Jack's like, "Hey, did I ever tell you that joke?"
He just
He's like,
sees
"What
them.
joke?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "The joke about
No,
the
he
skeleton."
doesn't say what joke. He says yes a million
Oh,
times.
yeah.
He's
he's
like,
like-
"Have I ever told you the story of this and that?" And then Jack was like, "Yes,
Yes,
a million times."
And he continues
And
to
before he cuts him off, and he starts telling him the
His
story.
He's like, so a
It's a joke, not a
skeleton.
story.
Yeah, he's like, so a skeleton walks into a bar, orders a drink and a mop, and then That
Like,
was funny itself.
Jack Sparrow's face is just like, I've heard this.
Like,
one.
God, this is annoying. And then
Nobody's laughing, but then
and in the very background, you just hear some dude just the most generic.
And you know, I don't miss for this. If it was just the joke or if it was just the laugh,
I probably still
either
laugh
one
at
would
the
have
joke.
been like, oh yeah, it was alright. But the fact that they're both two together and they're timed perfectly
yeah.
is so funny. Because like it's even time where the guy doesn't start laughing right after he hears the joke.
So just
It's like there's like 1 or 2 seconds go by, so it's like the guy was thinking about it. It's like, what? Oh, so it's like that guy was an idiot. But like that scene was perfect. Or it's like that whole the bank when they're robbing the bank scene, and you had brought up like, isn't this from Fast and the Furious?
Like they even had struggle like trying to get the bank out, and then exactly
The
like
vault, oh, yeah.
Yeah, they hook up a vault to some ropes that are connected to a bunch of horses, and they
12 horsepowers, bro.
they want to pull this big old like vault
Safe.
like safe out of a bank, and so we're like, yeah, he's like, that's Fast and Furious 5.
and
They're in
what
Brazil.
made me what I just remembered, what I just realized now, at the end, the thing was empty. In Fast and Furious, the thing was empty.
That's
Yeah.
true.
But that's because they swapped out bolts in
And
Fast
then,
and Furious 5.
but like, you know what made me laugh was the fact that throughout the whole movie they just show you how stupid the pirates are, because they're like, they saw
Yeah,
that the
dude.
gold was falling out, but they didn't close it.
Yeah.
They portrayed pirates as just brainless idiots in this
And,
movie. It was
especially the
fun.
whole-
Some pirates, because Hector Barbosa is still
Oh, smart.
Smart.
Yeah.
mastermind.
The whole I'm a horologist, and like,
Yeah.
oh god,
That seems hilarious.
he's like I measure the skies like
Vertical or horizontal or whatever.
horizontally, and then whatever's like, oh yeah, my mom was one of those too, but
She had a horizontal recline.
she reclined horizontally.
She had like a recline study
Yeah.
or something like
Or
that.
it's like when you brought up the whole fact that, you know, it was a girl and she was like, I'm a woman of science. The first thing everyone would say,
Wish!
Yes.
It's like they can't have a smart woman, and it's like it's just so
Which is
funny
very
that they gave
fitting because I'm pretty sure that's how it was.
at
back
that
then.
at that time, yeah,
And,
like that's they
when she goes
that's
in
what they
that, when she goes in that guy's shop and is all fixing the thing, and he's like, what are you
Witch.
doing? He's like she's all explaining to him how we fixed it. She's like, witch? He's like, I'm not a witch. I'm simply doing what you do. Science? Yes, witch. Still calls her a witch.
And it's like hilarious. I mean, like I said, I really liked the whole Hector Barbosa being like this. He's the king of the pirates, basically.
He's the fancy cleaned up pirate, because
Yeah.
you remember in which one was it when he went over to the British and started working with them? I mean, he still technically works with them, but he's like
I
dirty.
remember. I think
Yeah.
there were 4.
No, I think it
I'll
was
show you
3.
guides.
No,
Yeah,
I think
like-
it was 3.
No, because on 3 he's still a pirate. Because he goes to the pirate island, and they do the whole vote for the pirate king, and what's her name wins.
Because I remember him being all freaking with all the makeup and it looked terrible.
I mean,
Mm.
but like, yeah, I really like, and it's sad that he dies. Hector Barbosa is probably my favorite character in.
Spoiler.
We already said that.
Because
But-
he's very. He was
plays a
different
very
from
good
the
pirate,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was different.
He was smart. He was like logical.
And he plays the witch's father.
Yes, he does. In the movie,
And, like, it's like-
Father.
Not only did that actor, because that actor, he's a really good actor,
He's
because
a
he
really
did
good
a
actor.
pirate very well. You know the.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had like
I
the
don't
voice
like
of it,
this.
yeah.
And then like the accent and everything, like the peg leg, the metal peg leg, the fact that he was that fancy, like I'm
And
a
he's
pirate,
rich.
but
Fancy,
I'm
like,
rich. I'm a rich
pimped out
pirate.
peg
Yeah,
leg.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then like, he's like,
And it's like you said, like the movie was painting pirates as like kind of dumb, and here comes Hector Barbosa,
So, like, really,
a
like,
smart
yeah.
pirate. Yeah.
And then,
One of the things I did hate, where I was like, "This is so stupid," was the whole trident. Like it was just like the whole quest for the trident. That whole like the scene when they're on the island. It,
Well,
it
that's what
just
the movie.
bugged me.
That's what the movie was about. It's about Will Turner's son trying to get the Trident of Poseidon
Yes, to break the curse.
to break the curse.
I get what the
like,
movie
oh,
was
get you
about.
free, Dad.
It's just like the trident looked. It looked
Crap.
gay.
Yeah, the
It
Trident
was
looked.
stupid.
No, the Trident looked just like Rita
It even looked like
Repulsa's
Yeah,
staff.
It didn't look like
from
a
the cartoon.
trident.
Yeah.
It looked like a. Yeah, Sam.
Yeah. And then, like I said, that island, like, how would nobody not see that island super all shiny and bright?
Yeah.
That's true.
It's like, that makes no sense.
And then what else? What else was it? I thought it
I
was pretty
like
cool.
Captain Salazar and I like his boat.
Oh yeah,
Because
Captain Salazar was incredible.
It was
in
like
this movie.
it was because like I said, Deadman's chest was my favorite because what's his name? David Jones, right?
David Jones. Yeah.
Because he was badass. He looked cool, and then his ship, and then all his crewmates were all weird, disgusting creatures.
Like,
And it's the same thing with this.
Yeah.
They're like ghosts and half gone.
Yeah.
His accent,
Yep.
and the fact that he was
Spanish.
just
Yeah,
Spanish.
like a
he's-
Spanish pirate.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, not a
he's
pirate.
a
He's a
pirate,
pirate.
yeah.
He's a
Pirate.
pirate
Yeah.
hunter. But like, and I say this, like, him and his crew, they look great. Like, the CGI was
Yeah.
good. But it's like they ran out of money or something. Because, like, when there's that scene where, like, the front of the pirate, the lady that's in the front of the boat,
Yeah, that was
like, she
crap.
came to life. It looked
Mhm.
terrible.
I think it was probably
Yeah.
because of the fact that it was dark. Maybe might have
Or
been.
the wood was dark.
Yeah.
Because the scene itself was in the broad daylight. But it's like, it looked... The sharks didn't look good either. I like the fact that they had
The-
the
the-
had, like,
The minute that I saw
Zombie
the minute that I
sharks.
saw them go under and like grab the sharks, I was like, no way, are those things gonna come alive? It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really, really
Yeah,
cool
like
to
the
see.
fact that there were
Visually,
zombie
it was
sharks was
great.
dope, but they look like garbage.
Yeah.
Like the CGI was terrible on those.
Yeah, there was moments where you'd see the CGI.
Well, it's because like the sharks were like half like gone because there were like sharks missing fins and like there were zombie sharks. They were
I guess it's kind of hard to do like the water, the effect of like them being wet,
Yeah.
also being CGI.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. So
I-
maybe that's why I looked.
I did like the whole concept about them like being trapped, and then when the fact that they could run on water, that was pretty cool, and then if they
Yeah.
can't step on land,
Yeah,
that was
Well,
pretty
they're
funny.
cursed to the
It
ocean,
does.
Yeah, when they're all like on the beach and then they're just standing there
Well, they
like,
were first cursed the Devil's Triangle
Yeah.
until Captain Jack Sparrow trades his compass, and the compass, if you disgrace the compass or whatever, if you turn your back on the compass, it releases your worst nightmare.
yeah.
His worst nightmare is
He was
dying,
dying,
so
yeah.
who's gonna kill him? It's gonna be Captain Stealth. So
And-
he's cursed.
and
to
it was-
Yep.
it was pretty cool. The like
dude, when they de-aged Jack Sparrow for that scene,
That
I thought it was
wow,
a different
yeah.
actor.
yeah.
Until I read
It
that
was-
they de-aged it.
It was perfect.
It looked
Like,
great.
Not
That's what I'm
bearded
saying,
at
like-
all, like clean shit.
I like the way
That's
he
what I'm
looked
saying, like,
too.
I don't get how they did some CGI, but it could have been like they sent it to two different companies.
Yeah,
a
see,
lot
but
of
here's
movies
the-
will do that.
See, but here's the thing: it didn't look fake either. That's why I was like,
That's what I'm saying.
looked
No,
really- it
I'm
looked
saying
dead
he
on.
looked great. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like him and then Captain Salazar and his crew look good. Like the CGI looked good
Mhm.
for those parts. So I'm thinking like those scenes were sent to like a bigger CGI
Like a-
company that
yeah.
of course costs more money. And to save a little money, they sent these guys to like a smaller company.
yeah,
So
because
it's
I'm
like-
pretty sure that
Yeah.
because I mean
And that's why I think like the sharks and the
they weren't
the
as
boat
big as
lady-
the role.
They weren't as great looking.
Yeah, which means like not necessarily they probably were bad looking. Like if all the CGI was like that, I probably would have been fine. But the fact you can tell there's a stark difference between the CGI and what
yeah.
makes them
Yeah.
look even worse.
Hmm.
It's like having like a clean car next to a dirty car. Like your car might not look dirty, but when you have it to a super clean car,
yeah.
your car looks dirty.
What was it? But yeah, I like the movie. I like the fact that the whole movie kind of, not the whole movie, but it was constantly brought up the fact that Jack was washed up, and you know it's been like how many years since
a drunk and all this.
he's
other
like
stuff.
dude, you're a washed up pirate. You're not like a pirate anymore. Come on, give it up,
Give it
dude.
up and yeah.
Or you know what's another thing I liked? I liked when the British Empire was getting close to Jack Sparrow's
Mhm.
ship. That Smitty, you know, the guy that's been in like every movie, he's Jack Sparrow's right hand man. Gives his command to the other guy.
Like, yeah, I think you should be
He's like,
captain.
oh, this is the best day of my life.
And then
the
it
British
immediately
like,
cuts to
he's
him
like,
getting beat up.
This guy's getting like.
He's like, we're gonna beat your captain until you tell us something. So he's like, oh man.
It's
so
like, thank
sad.
God that wasn't me.
They're just like, "Ooh, whatever."
And Keira Knightley comes out at the
Oh
end.
yeah, that
That
was
was
a
Keira
Keira
surprise.
Knightley
Like-
comes out at the end.
Like I don't ever
wow.
read like every aspect of every movie. Even if it's a movie I'm really looking forward to, I try not to read. Like I don't ever read scripts. Like there was a time where I used to read scripts and everything like that because I needed to know everything. But I tried not to do that just so I could be surprised by like the little things.
Mhm.
And you know what? I'll give credit where credit's due. And a lot of the reasons I stopped doing that was because of Marvel. I wanted to be surprised by the end credit scene or like whatever is gonna
Stuff
pop
like
up.
that, yeah.
So I stopped reading it because of that. So like I did not read in the little stuff I did read about Pirates of the Caribbean where Keira Knightley was going to be anywhere attached to this movie. I told you guys what I thought would happen was like you'd see the back of some random chick's head. that
which was
kind of
logical.
It would probably look like her or something.
Because they do
yeah.
that a lot,
They
so
do
it makes
that a
sense
lot.
why that happened.
So like I was like, wow. And you know what? I kind of thought Orlando Bloom would have a bigger role.
I did too, and
He was in the
didn't.
beginning of the movie, and he was at the end of the movie.
It was like probably like a good like.
What
total,
was that?
probably
Like
a
his
good
task
2 minutes.
as the
Ghost
the,
Will Turner, and then
well, no, not just
real
that.
life Will Turner.
But his task as the captain of the Flying
Flying
Dutchman
Dutchman.
is that any person that's killed in sea, he has to send them to like wherever they're going, where they're heading to hell.
And
So I thought like once they got out of the Devil's Triangle, they'd be
hunted down.
they'd be hunted down. So that's why I was kind of like Captain Salazar hunting Jack Sparrow, but at the same time, Davy was it Will Turner? His
Yeah,
name, right?
because
Will Turner and
there's
the Flying
always
Dutchman chasing down.
because if you watch
Salazar.
Yeah, I
all
can
the
see
Pirate
that.
movies, there's always multiple people going after each other. You got people
What you
going
did,
after
you had the
Jack.
British people
Yeah,
also
and
going
then
after
the British people are always there. It's always the British people. They're always chasing after Jack Sparrow, and then there's always somebody in between.
Yeah. But you know what the whole Captain Barbossa dying kind of reminded me of? Was remember when Emily Swan's dad died? When they're coming back from hell and they see all the people that like are going like on the boats to where they're supposed to be going. She sees her dad and she's like, what the heck? And they realize like, holy crap, that crazy dude, Lord Norrington or whatever killed them. It's just like yeah, and it's like kind of like pulls on the heartstrings a little bit because you know like her dad's dead and she wasn't there to do anything about it.
That's crazy. But yeah, the movie overall had parts that were kind of just because like I said, it redeemed itself because the last movie was kind of just freaking. It was just really lame.
One thing that was strong in this movie was it was funny.
Yeah,
it was pretty funny.
Well,
like,
all the pirates tend to have pretty good comedic scenes.
Yeah. And I think
but this one was strong in comedy.
I think what
this one was
something
really
that did help it a lot was
the
that
fact
it
that it
was
wasn't
fast paced.
Yeah,
as well.
and the fact that it wasn't
too
Jack
much
all the
slow
time.
Stuff. Yeah, not just that, but there's always been scenes where it's like Jack is like pondering to himself, like you know, like I used to be the greatest pirate, now I'm a sad, washed up drunk. Where like everyone was letting him know he was a sad, washed up drunk.
Instead of him saying
at one point that I feel like, oh man, it's kind of dragging on.
Yeah,
which I was surprised.
It kept me entertained throughout the entire movie.
Yeah, which I was surprised, and I think that's why I rated it like a 6.5.
But this movie, I didn't get tired of his dialogue really, because for him being like the main character and whatnot, he didn't have that much dialogue.
No, he didn't have as much dialogue. Yeah, I can see that too.
And every time it was always one of his
Yeah, I felt like the main character in this movie, which was
Will Turner's son.
But Henry Turner.
I'm not gonna lie, he's not that good of an actor. Whoever that kid is, he didn't do too good of a job. The chick, she was in a show called Skins. I forget her name. She was in a show called Skins. She did a good job. She's a great actress. She was really pretty.
Yeah.
Like I really liked her. I mean, he did all right. The kid that played Henry Turner, but I think
the guy who played Salazar did pretty good.
Yeah. Was it Bourdain or whatever his name is?
Javier Bourdain. I have no idea where he's from though. He looks super familiar.
He's in a bunch of stuff. He's in True Grit. I think he's in True Grit. He's in No Country for Old Men.
Oh, that's where I know him from. Yeah, it's just weird not seeing that weird haircut on him.
Yeah, the bowl cut.
Weird one, like parted to the opposite. Yeah. Weird.
It's the operation hairstyle. It's like part in the middle and it goes like that. But I think that's what makes him so good in that movie because he looks like he wouldn't be a killer.
Yeah,
but he is,
and he's a crazy one at that. But yeah, like Pirates of the Caribbean, like I said, you know, it was like okay. Let me ask you this: would you recommend this to people?
Yeah. Because I know we.
I'd recommend it I'd recommend to watch it in the theaters too.
Yeah. Would you have liked it as much if we paid full price? Because that was another thing. We went to matinee. Usually we always go like Thursday nights and we went Sunday.
It's kind of the damn near same $9.
Yeah.
You save about $250, I guess.
So to me, that's not a big difference.
Not a big deal, but I'd recommend it because I know as us we're like super critical when it comes to movies. But to other people, it's like whatever.
A big help to this movie was I was not expecting anything out of it.
Yeah.
I was not expecting this movie to be good to begin with. And I said this before, this franchise reminds me a lot of the Fast and Furious in the aspect that they both need you to suspend your sense of disbelief.
But then
a
again,
lot.
And you need to watch them all to understand.
The thing is, with this movie, wait, continue.
Well, I was just gonna say with this movie too, to kind of piggyback on what you said, you also have to watch all the other Pirates of the Caribbean movies to understand the big picture.
Because the Black Pearl has been a big thing since the first movie.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. See, with the whole you gotta disband your belief or whatever. I get it for this movie because it's pirates. Like, you already know that.
Magic,
and there's magic. Like that, it's
that
pirates.
was the big thing in this was the whole magic versus
I think that's
science.
I think that's what you said. Like as soon as we left the theaters, because we talked about this like walking like in the parking lot. You're like, yeah, there's magic. There's trident. There's Poseidon's trident in this movie.
Yeah.
Well, like it's like
so
Indiana.
I'm gonna understand. Like I can suspend like my sense of disbelief.
It's like
further than normal.
And like with Fast and Furious, like we get it. They're
It's-
not meant to be superheroes, but just put a cape on them because that's basically what they are.
But okay, yeah. See, because like, I understand because it's pirates. Pirates don't really exist, but that's like real life cars and crap. And then
a-hole.
Huh? Well, not like those kind of pirates.
I'm the
you know
captain
what I mean?
now.
But like, you know what I mean. Like, and then Fast and Furious, it's like, yeah, because you could get some douchebag in a Charger doing donuts in one of the intersections to save the world from nukes.
Yeah, like
I guess.
But like, yeah, and then see the thing with, because I like Indiana Jones too, and this is Pirates of the Caribbean is kind of like Indiana Jones, but they go through myths of the sea, whereas Indiana Jones kind of finds all the treasures of
on
land, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so far we like Pirates got the well, right now the Trident, the Black Pearl, the Fountain of Youth,
the Aztec coins,
the Davy Jones locker,
the Flying Dutchman,
the Flying Dutchman,
Blackbeard's sword,
and then the whole thing in the bottle, all that stuff. See, that's all like myths of like.
That's all like mythical, like
that's something I like about Pirates of the Caribbean. I've always liked this ever since the beginning. You know, the thing was the Black Pearl. It's always been the fastest ship on the sea. Like there was nothing. There's been ships that come close,
but never.
Like the Black Pearl is always like the big deal. Like, oh my God, he's captain of the Black Pearl. It's a big deal, and they've kept that true on every movie. And it's just like, and that's a good thing.
Like when he came back with the Black Pearl, when the Black Pearl finally came back, everybody's like, oh crap.
Or even number 3, you know, like that was one of the big things. Is like, how can we defeat this witch and the whole British Empire? Mm-hmm. We have the Black Pearl, and it's like, yeah, we have the Black Pearl.
In this movie, she just needed a little bit of water.
Yeah. Which is a decent scene.
That made me laugh. Yeah,
the
fact that it was like super small.
Aw, it shrunk.
He's like, I don't think we can fit on that. And he's like, you idiot.
She just needs a little bit of water. And then like throws it into the ocean and it just grows into a full-size ship.
Mm-hmm.
Really good movie. Really, really good.
Like, it was like, it made me laugh because like you said, the timing was good because like he threw it and it just sunk and everybody was like, well,
she was a great ship.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, well, and then everybody's gonna start walking away, and then next thing you know, you hear it.
Yeah. All right, so that's gonna be it for this review of Pirates of the Caribbean, Deadmen Tell No Tales. We're probably gonna be watching Wonder Woman next.
When does that come out?
It comes out Thursday night.
Yes. Let's go DC. Let's go DC. Destroy Marvel.
Jeff Johns, you are my saint.
He is the savior of DC.
So yeah, that being said, we'll catch you after Wonder Woman. Thanks for watching.